Hello, my name is Howard McBroom, and I am a motivational speaker and a licensed church practitioner. I am here today to talk to you about a very serious subject. That subject is bullying. Bullying is something that I have suffered greatly from in my life. When I was in high school and junior high school, I was bullied constantly. I was bullied from the moment I walked in the front door of the school until the moment I got off the school bus. I lived a life of fear and terror every minute. There was not a single moment when I could feel safe or protected. When I was on the shuttle bus to Wall Street, whenever I sat down beside a girl on the school bus, they would throw peanuts at me and yell at me to get into her lap and stop her. When I was in PE class, physical education class, they would stomp at me whenever the gym teacher had a back term. While we were doing the sit-ups, they would grab my hat from me in the study hall and toss it from person to person, and they would try to trip me whenever I walked down the school corridor with an arm full of books. Life was almost unbearable. I lived in fear and terror, and it almost drove me to suicide. One day, I tried to walk to one of the buildings in Louisville, Kentucky, and throw myself off the top of the building, and I failed only because there was a doorman in front of the building. It was an apartment building, and I did not know that. I thought it was an office building, and I could not get in past the doorman. What saved my life, literally, was midway through my junior year in high school, a doctor who I knew suggested that I join the high school basketball team as a student manager. I went to the coach of our high school basketball team, who was also my world history teacher, and I asked him if I could be a student manager, and he said yes, and that literally saved my life. That year, we went to the state final for the first time since 1935, and we walked in double overtime to be eventual state champion. In Indiana, where I am from, basketball is the king sport, and that, plus the fact that we went to the state final that year, ended the bullying. We became instant town heroes, and you cannot bully a town hero, so that put an end to the bullying and literally saved my life. I graduated from high school with A's and B's, and then I went on to Indiana University, and I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in history from there. So I was one of the lucky ones. I made it through without committing suicide. But many others are not so lucky. That is one of the reasons why I am doing this video today. But there are other reasons as well. One of those other reasons is that it is imperative. I believe it is absolutely imperative, and I cannot emphasize this enough, that the long-term effects of bullying be more fully understood and recognized than they are. It is not just a matter of bad things happening to you while you're in school or whatever. Bullying, any form of bullying, whether it be cyberbullying, verbal attack, social isolation, physical assault, sexual attack, any form of bullying completely destroys your ability to live an effective life, and this is not generally realized. The reason why this occurs is that there is a complex web of skills which need to be mastered if you want to live any kind of successful and effective life, and especially so in today's information age society. Some of these skills are self-confidence, self-esteem, emotional control, conflict management, being on time, putting your job first ahead of everything else, and so on. These skills you simply cannot acquire if you are being raised in any kind of bullying or violent or abusive situation at home, at school, or anywhere else, because all you can do is focus on sheer overwhelming survival. And you cannot acquire self-confidence when you are trying to avoid being beaten to death or being bullied to suicide, or suffering from any other form of violence or hidden cruelty. That simply cannot be done. And if you do not have those skills of self-confidence and self-esteem and all the rest of it, the most you can ever hope to accomplish will be a life of sheer naked survival. A life of survival, a life of disappointment, failure, and defeat, maybe occasionally punctuated by small successes. But that is the only kind of life you will be able to look forward to, and in the long run, even survival may not be possible. That is why it is so necessary to combat bullying. That is the real reason why it is so necessary to combat bullying. I believe there are ways in which this can be done. I believe that one of the best ways to do it is for schools to teach social, emotional skill along with the regular curriculum such as science and English and math. I believe that children who are in vulnerable situations such as mine, children who are weak, physically helpless, autistic, children who come from bad homes, children in short who are known to be in vulnerable situations, I would strongly recommend that they be assigned a peer mentor. I am a strong believer in mentoring and in role playing. You need to learn how to role play situations so you can learn to react differently than the way you have learned in the past. It is simply impossible to learn how to manage situations professionally if the only role model you had up until now have been people who exploded in rage and got angry whenever they got mad about something, and that simply is not going to teach you how to live an effective life. Having a mentor and having professionals teach role-playing skills to you can help a great deal. And I believe that school should teach these role-playing and mentoring skills in social, emotional classes. And I think that this would help a great deal in overcoming bullying and all forms of hidden cruelty and violence. I stand ready to help people. I am proof that it can be possible to live a successful and effective life. I am a licensed practitioner. I was on the board of directors of the Lanterman Regional Center for 7 years. I have been written up in the Los Angeles Times, and I have also participated in a documentary film about autistic people trying to find love called Autism in Love, and these things have helped to spread the word, and I am continuing that task today. I am ready to help people. I am ready to talk to schools who might be interested in setting up social emotional classes, and I may be reached at www.spiritworkcenter.com. Thank you for listening to my video today, and have a good day.